Three people injured in drive-by shooting in Kingston. 3 people have been hospitalized following a drive-by shooting on Markx Avenue in Olympic Way, Kingston on Monday evening. Preliminary reports are that around 6:30 p.m., a group of people were gathered on the road when unknown assailants aboard a white Toyota Probox approached. The men in the car opened gunfire on the group, causing the people to run for cover. The gunmen then fled the area. An alarm was raised and the police were alerted. During the search of the area, 3 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to hospital for treatment. Senior Superintendent of Police Kirk Ricketts, head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, stated that the police believe the shooting was not related to politics. There is no information to suggest that this incident is politically motivated, despite this happening so soon after the closing of the polls. In fact, one of the 3 persons who were injured is known to the police and is someone of interest to us. As such, we believe this incident was a gang-related incident, and this is the angle that we're exploring at this time, SSP Ricketts noted. Senior Superintendent of Police Kirk Ricketts added that, nevertheless, we are open to any other channel for exploration as we try to get to the bottom of what happened last evening. Major drug seizure in St. Thomas, 2 men in custody. Sleuth assigned to the Narcotics Division commenced investigations following the seizure of a large quantity of ganja and several parcels containing cocaine at Windy Way, Blue Maho in St. Thomas on Saturday. Reports are that lawmen were conducting operations in the area when a shed was searched. The ganja weighing 1,229 kilograms, valued at Jamaican 12 million, and 31 pounds of kilogram of cocaine valued at US 94,000 were found inside. 2 men were taken into custody. Investigations are ongoing. Indicom probes death of man while in police custody in St. Anne. The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, is probing the death of a man who reportedly suffered head injuries while in police custody in St. Anne. The deceased is 39-year-old Andre Murray. Assistant Commissioner of Indicom Hamish Campbell said that Murray was arrested and taken to the Oteres police station. It is reported that he was transferred to hospital on Thursday, February 22nd after suffering head injuries during custody. He then died on Sunday, February 25th. Campbell said while Murray died at hospital, he was still in the custody of the police. We have a report of a man called Mr. Andrew Murray, 39 years old, was admitted to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital on the 22nd of February, and we were informed of his death on Sunday, the 25th of February, he stated. He added that while they are probing the origin of the injuries, initiated report indicated that they might have been self-inflicted. Indicom were informed of his death, which was a death in custody abates Mr. Murray died at the hospital. He appeared to have some injuries on him. How the injuries were formed on him is not yet known, but there was an initial report that some of the injuries appeared to be self-injuries and that the matter is under investigation, Campbell stated. British woman in custody following drug seizure in St. James. A British woman is now in police custody after officers assigned to the Narcotics Division in St. James seized 1.6 kilograms of cocaine at the Sangster International Airport on Monday. Reports are that about 3 p.m., lawmen were conducting operations in the area when a woman was accosted during the process of checking into her flight to London, England. After a preliminary interview, the police said they became suspicious and carried out a search of her luggage where the contraband was allegedly found. The cocaine has an estimated street value of approximately 7 million, was reportedly concealed in Jamaican craft items. The woman was subsequently arrested and placed on reasonable suspicion for breaches of the Dangerous Drug Act. Her name has been withheld pending further investigations. Trelawney police seize Markx firearm. Lawmen seized 1 firearm, 2 magazines, and a Toyota Markx motor car following a shooting in Mahogany Hall, Trelawney on Monday. Reports are that about 9:45 a.m., residents alerted lawmen to the area where the occupants of the Toyota Axio motor car were allegedly firing gunshots. The team responded and conducted a cornered and search operation. During said operation, the vehicle was found abandoned in the level bottom area in the parish. Subsequently, 1 Glock 17 pistol and 2 magazines were found in bushes near the vehicle. The weapon and vehicle were seized for processing by the detectives from the parish crime scene the police are appealing to the driver of the motor vehicle to turn himself in immediately. Meanwhile, lawmen are asking anyone with information that can assist them in their investigation to contact the Falmouth Criminal Investigations Branch at 876-954-3073, Crime Stop at 311-811, or the Police 119 emergency number. Attorney Isat Panan loses bid to become JP. Attorney at law Isat Panan has failed in his bid to the Judicial Review Court to get declarations that he should be appointed a Justice of the Peace. Buchanan was not appointed by the Custos of Kingston Stedman Fuller because he failed to disclose in his application that he had previous convictions. Justice Tarakar, in refusing to grant declarations sought by Buchanan, ruled on February 23rd that he was not entitled to a declaration that he had an legitimate expectation to be appointed as a JP, as he failed to make full disclosure of his application, thereby nullifying his recommendation. The judge said further that having found that the Custos was not obliged to administer the oath of office given the material non-disclosure, the declarations sought by Buchanan were refused. Buchanan had applied to the Custos in January 2017 to be a JP. He was informed of the approval of his application in a letter dated March 15, 2019. Buchanan thereafter completed the mandatory training course at the Judicial Training Institution. On May 17, 2019, Buchanan received a telephone call and the Custos informed him that he wished to meet with him on May 21, 2019. During that meeting, the Custos advised him that he and the advisory committee for the Custos had reviewed his application and decided that they would not recommend him to commission as a JP on the basis that they were not satisfied that he was a person of unquestionable character. He was further told that the information received by the Custos indicated that he had failed to disclose that he had previous criminal convictions when making his application. Buchanan, who were represented by King's Counsel Valenita Roberts and Attorney at Law John Clark, instructed by Knights Jr. and Samuels, took the issue to the Supreme Court and was granted leave to challenge the decision in the Judicial Review Court. The attorneys at law representing the defendant opposed the declaration sought on the basis that Buchanan could not be considered in law to be a JP as he had failed to meet the requirements which would make him eligible for qualification and appointment. The Custos had stated in the affidavit that Buchanan had ticked no in response to the question on the application form, "Have you ever been found guilty of a criminal offense?" The Custos said because of the claimant was an attorney at law, he did not send the application form to the police but instead sent it to the Minister of Justice. After hearing legal arguments in the matter, Justice Carr ruled that Buchanan was not entitled to take the oath of office as the Custos, in exercise of his discretion, had found that Buchanan had not met the requirements as set out in the Justices of the Peace Act. Defendants were the Custos of Kingston and the Advisory Committee, and they were represented by King's Counsel Ransford Graham and Attorney at Law Christina Thompson, instructed by Braham Legal. Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck was a defendant, and he was represented by Attorneys at Law Lisa White and Stuart Simpson, instructed by the Director of State Proceedings. Improved healthcare services expected at Spanish Town Hospital. Residents of St. Catherine and surrounding parishes are set to improve healthcare services as the government is investing $5.5 billion to redevelop the Spanish Town Hospital. The multi-billion-dollar project will usher into a transformed environment for both patients and staff, with the 430-bed hospital operating in a new state-of-the-art 6-story facility spanning more than 17,000 square meters. Services to be extended at the hospital are urology, oncology, cardiology, gastroenterology, and psychiatry. It will be equipped with cutting-edge technology including electronic access to patients' medical records. The development is to make available a reliable and modern infrastructure for health service delivery, a goal articulated in the Ministry of Health and Wellness Vision for Health 2030 10-year strategic plan. Dubbed the redevelopment of the Spanish Town Hospital, the project is being implemented by the government through financial support from the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB. A total of US $148 million has been allocated for the health system strengthening program, with the government committing US $87 million. The 70-year-old hospital is the largest Type B medical facility on the island. The new building will include an accident and emergency wing on the ground floor, a side and ambulance bay, brigade and consultation rooms, and lounge areas for medical staff. The ground floor will also feature the radiology department, equipped with MRI, X-ray and CT scan rooms, among other diagnostic services. An outpatient department, a surgical suite and an intensive care unit will also form part of the redevelopment facility. 6 operating theaters, multi-general wards and special wards including isolation rooms will also be at the facility. There will be a separate wing for the laboratory services including immunology, hematology and serology and a blood collection center. The hospital sees the second highest number of newborn deliveries in Jamaica, with service in this era enhanced by a neonatal intensive care unit set up in August 2019. That unit has the capacity to hold 40 babies and sees an average of 1,200 babies per year. It also has a maternity unit that houses an operating theater, labor ward, postnatal ward, and an antenatal ward. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said the massive investment at the hospital is for many thousand people who rely on its services. The government of Jamaica is determined to transform the health system for patients and their families, but also critically for the health staff who make it possible to deliver care in many thousands who visit this and other facilities island-wide, he added at the recent groundbreaking ceremony for the new hospital. This project is transformative in many ways, he said, underscoring that it is critical to motivate health staff and get their best output. Chief of Operations at the IDB, Lorenzo, said the expansion of the building and the medical services at the hospital represent a key moment for the population as it will provide accessible and high-quality hospital services and address some of the current issues and meet the rising demands for the care of the area. Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Central, Oliver Grange, said the new hospital and services are highly anticipated. The dream of a first-class Spanish Town hospital is becoming a reality. I fully endorse this project, she said, in a speech read by Council for the Hampton Green Division, Teresa Turner Flynn. For Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Eastern, Dennis Steele, improvement at the hospital will aid residents to save money as they will be able to access services closer to them. It is important that we finish on time and I implore all citizens to give all the cooperation. I have a lot of interest that this hospital becomes one of the best in the Caribbean, Daly added. The National Development Plan states that the health of the nation reflects the level of social and economical development, the choices made by the government and the people to promote and protect health, to manage illnesses and specific health problems, and to respond adequately to public health emergencies. Jamaica has achieved many milestones in health, yet the central challenge today is how to ensure that all Jamaicans, regardless of their socio-economic condition, their age, their gender, can be empowered to achieve their fullest potential in health, the document states. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.